ahead and finish with the cards. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle the cards. I just paired up the cards. All right. So question number one: what steps or life changes should she prioritize to transition successfully into entrepreneurship in 2025? Second question: how to strengthen her connection with her dad's energy? Oh, y'all can't hear me? Hold on. Hey, ladies, can y'all hear me now? Okay, I had to connect. I thought they automatically connected. All right, so tonight we're going to be doing a spiritual growth session for Anova. So her first question is, what steps or life changes should she prioritize to transition successfully into entrepreneurship in 2025? The second question, let's see. How to strengthen her connection with her dad's energy. So question number one, what steps or life changes should she prioritize? Hold on. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope all my ladies are doing well. What steps or life changes does she need to take? Okay. Okay. Oh, screaming. Oh, I'm sorry, but they screaming. You got the Eight of Swords. Just look at this. It's not funny though. It's not. It's just very interesting compared to what you're asking. All right, question number two. Dad, how can she strengthen her connection with your energy? That flew out. Okay, you got the Lover's card reversed. Wow, he's screaming. The message is so it's already screaming. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me ask. Who wants to step forward? We want to connect with her father. Who is it that wants to step forward for this session? Child spirit and a woman afraid to address childhood traumas. Hmm. Who's trying to step forward? We are still going to connect with dad though. All right. So you got some positive spirits around you, and you got some dull and gray spirits around you. So you got a combination of both. So you're gonna have to really, during this time, really focus on balancing your energies because, like, you know how it is when spirits are in your frequency. It's like you have positive, but then you also have, I don't want to say negative, but yeah, okay. Just a lot of spirits trying to step forward too. We got a cousin, then you got a woman, you got a child spirit. So dad didn't come directly out, but that's okay. I'm gonna connect with his spirit. We are going to go over what this session is really going to cover, and I feel like it's going to kind of be straight to the point. I'm not going to have the Ebonics bot read anything because it just gives technical difficulties. So I'd rather just read the information I came up with. All right. Welcome, Anova. Tonight we're creating a sacred space for your journey, a space where your voice, your feelings, and your truth is honored. This is a session for reflection, clarity, and connection. We're here to align your spirit, mind, and purpose as you prepare to close out 2024 and step boldly into 2025. You've already done the hardest part, being honest with yourself. The love, wisdom, and strength you've carried through your life has brought you to this moment of transformation. Tonight, we'll call forth guidance from your ancestors, specifically your dad, the man who saw you for who you truly are and loved you unconditionally. His energy is here to remind you of your worth and to offer strength as you navigate this next phase of your life. We will also center your question: what life changes do you need to prioritize as you step into entrepreneurship? You've already felt the shifts physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This is about sharpening your focus, shedding self doubt, and reclaiming your power. It's about making space for the version of you that is ready to rise. Your AirPods went out? Okay, hang on. I gotta go grab my stuff from the door. But this song just came on, the one I sent you the other day. So I'm just gonna let it play because this came on as soon as your dad starts talking. All right, so I'm gonna take my headphones out. Give me a second. If you see me, know that I'm broken. And even though my head may be low, I will not lose hope. If you all right. All right, so he's really communicating through this song. Definitely pay attention to the lyrics in this song once I start back playing the lyrics. So let me get back to what I was reading. Okay. Together, we'll look at what spirit and the ancestors want you to know about healing, about letting go of judgment, and about stepping fully into the love and purpose that's meant for you. This isn't just about finding answers, it's about rediscovering your strength and allowing yourself the freedom to thrive. As we begin, remember this: every card, every message tonight is a reflection of your own light. You're already chosen, already capable, and already worthy of the blessings ahead. Let's step into the journey together with the open heart and a spirit ready to grow. Okay? So I would just say definitely during this time, really pay attention to the messages that's coming through because I just feel like this is something that I'm feeling like now or never. Like this is something you have to absolutely grasp and understand in order to step into entrepreneurship in 2025. Like one thing I can tell you is like your confidence just got to be through the roof. Simply because people will be coming to you looking for that mirror, and that's something else I want to really emphasize. Like things are being reflected back to you, so you need to pay attention to what's being reflected back to you and stop looking in the mirror and like seeing something that you don't feel is worthy. I feel like that's something that we really have to like work on and something we have to really like be intentional about, like not thinking certain thoughts because certain thought patterns and certain just how our perspective sometimes shapes like our life, it can like cause blockages. Okay. So we would have just, again, we're always working on those limiting beliefs. And I feel like you do have some limiting beliefs surrounded by your self love. Okay. So that's really what we're going to focus on. All right. Let me see. Okay. Annabelle, let's take a moment to really lean into something deeply personal and transformative, your relationship with yourself. You've already been so courageous in speaking your truth, and there's a part of you still struggling to fully love all of yourself. That awareness alone is powerful because it's the foundation for the healing and transformation that you're stepping into. Okay, so first we're going to talk about abandonment, infidelity, and protection. The experiences of abandonment and infidelity that you've carried and the feeling of having no one to protect you, those wounds are real. They've shaped how you've seen yourself in the world. But here's the challenge: those moments don't define your worth. They may explain what you why you've guarded your heart, why you've questioned your value, but they don't diminish who you are. The little girl in you, the one who needed to feel seen, protected, and cherished, she's still waiting for you to step in. You're the one she's been waiting for, Annabelle. You are the protector, the nurturer, and the source of unconditional love that she needs right now. So that's actually a perfect time to go ahead and get into the first card. So your first question of like basically actionable steps that you can take in order to step into this new energy. The steps or life changes you should prioritize to transition successfully into entrepreneurship in 2025. Okay? So the first card you get is the Eight of Swords. So just look at this card. This person is trapped, afraid to see some friends I lost on the way. I still have faith. All right, so you have this in the reverse: self limiting beliefs, inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, opening to new perspectives, self acceptance and freedom. Is this not spot on, Annabelle? Like, just let me know. Is this not spot on? You got to learn to let go. Mm. Says manifestation, practicality, skill, absolute decision, business, the ego. This is a Gemini card. Okay, so this is air sign energy. So that's representing communication. Okay, so you want to, I'm gonna just be honest with you, what I'm feeling with the communication component. You have to have one of your guardian angels that you go to for this sense of confidence. And I do think that this is your dad because of I feel like his love for you, and that's something you have to be able to see. That's that mirror. So instead of looking in the mirror and seeing yourself, try to visualize your dad as he would view you. Would he view you as self critical as you view yourself? Like, would he view you in that way? Because I think that he's really stepping forward and trying to communicate that you have to find ways to process things differently. Okay. So, yes, you have experienced, abandonment. Yes, you have experienced infidelity. Yes, you have experienced, not feeling protected. But again, that protection, you have to be the one to protect yourself from yourself because technically, Big Annova is the one that's being overly well. I feel so for some reason, typically it's reversed. It's like your inner child is the one being overly critical of the grown version of you. But in this case, it's kind of the opposite. It's like your grown self is being overly critical of little Annabelle. So to me, that just feels like a recipe for disaster. It's kind of like backwards because, and I'm just saying this from my perspective. Of course, I'm on the outside looking in, but I will say this: your inner child definitely wants to just break free. And I don't want to say wants to break free from you, but you're gonna have to really like focus your intentions on figuring out a new way to process how you're feeling. So, for instance, like what you put in your doc of like your thought that you had, where you was like, you let yourself go. That's not the thoughts that you should be having after everything that you've been through and that you've overcome on your spiritual journey. Um, and this the prompt actually gets into that. So let me just read. Okay. So ask yourself. Oh, no, I skipped the part. So it says the experiences of abandonment and infidelity you've carried, the feeling of having no one protect you, those wounds are real. They've shaped how you've seen yourself and the world. But here's the challenge: those moments don't define your worth. They may explain why you've guarded your heart, why you've questioned your value, but they don't diminish who you are. The little girl in you, the one who needed to feel seen, protected, and cherished, she's still waiting for you to step in. You're the one she's been waiting for, Annabelle. You're the protector, the nurturer, and the source of unconditional love that she needs right now. So ask yourself, what would it feel like to give that version of me everything she didn't get? Really let that sink in. What would it feel like to give that version of me everything she didn't get? Second question, how can I pour love and validation into myself the way my daddy did in his own way, even from a distance? How can I pour love and validation into myself the way my daddy did in his own way, even from a distance? So, what you get as far as actionable steps, the negative thoughts are literally driving your motivation, driving your energy. I feel like self love is your energy. That's your fuel. That's like your gas in a car. That's like your food, that we have to eat. It's a non-negotiable aspect of our existence. Like it's almost like you can't exist if you don't love yourself because the energy that you're putting out, that negative energy, anything that's not positive, anything that's not matter of fact positive is negative energy. And that's all coming back to you. You're speaking it and it's coming back on you. So it's kind of like these swords. It's like if you just unwrap yourself out of this and just start stabbing yourself all over. What good would that do? It means death. You see what I'm saying? So this is the way that I'm reading this. I've never read like this before. So I do feel like this would be dad communicating and just in his own way. Okay. So the self-imposed restriction. So this is you like almost being in that inner child energy, but not at a good phase of your inner child. It's like a phase where you felt trapped. Okay. You felt isolated and you felt blinded. So what age was that? Because I am getting 5. I don't know that's the actual age. It could even be 8 because you got the number 8 showing up here. But I just feel like I can't see. I feel like I can't trust anybody around me. I'm questioning everything and I'm so confused. I'm a victim, but I don't even know how to process I'm a victim. I feel trapped, but I don't know how to process how I feel trapped because I don't have the words. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to those actionable steps that you can take, just remember that manifestation is real. So you can manifest anything in life. This could be self love. This the beauty magic. This could be um, changing your appearance. This could be like whatever it is that you want to manifest, whether it's tangible or intangible. Okay, so don't have it in your mind that you can only manifest something physical like a red bike or a red Corvette. Like you can manifest loving yourself. And it really it's really it's something that just kind of happens over time after you're repeatedly doing certain things. So I feel like for you, what you really need to focus on over the next couple weeks, I'll actually leave some questions in the transcript from this session that you can like meditate over. You can go in and like respond to them. But you need to come up with some affirmations that is going to combat these thoughts that you're having. Okay. So, negative thoughts, self imposed restrictions. So, for the self imposed restrictions, the affirmations that you can use are: I am free to be myself. I am free to love myself. No one is telling me what I can and can't do. No one can put or pull the wool over my eyes. I can see. I have all of my senses. I have my eyes and I have my third eye. So I really can see. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to like really think deep on these specific keywords and incorporate that into your affirmations. It has to be a daily thing. And you have to truly believe the words that you're saying. You can't just say them and think that that just magically does the job. Okay? So you really want to believe it. You can also ask for the signs to show you, but also when you ask for the signs, don't be so blinded by everything that's going on in life that you can't even see the signs. This person is literally standing in front of a beautiful castle. The water from the castle is like on their feet, on your feet, and you're too blinded to even see your surroundings, to even see where you are, to even look around. So when I'm saying ask for signs, if you're not going to like pay attention, and I mean really pay attention, like not just be like, oh, that was cool, and share it with somebody. No, you need to like write it down because for you, what I feel like with you, this is what dad's saying. You are a skeptic. You are a skeptic kind of person. Okay, so he said you are a skeptic person. So it's almost like you have to trick yourself out of being skeptic because it's like everything that you're experiencing is almost like you're not even experiencing. It's not even real because you're telling yourself in your mind these things, whether you don't really feel like this or not. These are your beliefs. This is what you're repeating to yourself, maybe not in this exact verbiage, but these are the things you're repeating and telling yourself. So obviously that is what's showing up. So it's kind of hard to get out of a cycle if you don't change your thoughts. Also, being mindful of these thoughts. It's not the next month there is no observing. We're out of the observing phase, okay? So when you pick up on something, you have to take an action, okay? So if you say something negative, you need to say something positive, like the opposite of what you just said. Say that positive thing, I would say 10 times. 10 times. To really challenge yourself, I would say write it down 10 times. Write it down 10 times because it's not clicking. It's not clicking to you. Okay? So when you're intentionally taking the messages and intentionally, being mindful of your thoughts and intentionally like allowing yourself to break free, because think about this. This is like tissue wrapped around you. Who's to say you can't just break free? Nobody's holding you hostage. Okay? So do you realize how your mind is a powerful thing because the things that you think and the things that you believe will show up. So why not think positive? I know sometimes our thoughts we don't realize it's negative, but anytime you're thinking things, if it's not an absolute positive, then it's negative. Even if it's negative a little bit, it's still negative. Saying a statement, I feel like every statement that comes out of your mouth, you have to be intentional about it, okay? Because like your words, your thoughts, your intentions are manifesting like times eight, literally. Okay. So you have to be mindful of that. And it's like, it's kind of crazy because you're developing your spiritual gifts and it's like you have this heightened intuition, but it's almost like you haven't done anything of this work in your mind. It's like you're still at the beginning of the race and it's really not. You're not at the beginning of the race. You're on your journey, on your path, and have been consistently. Okay. I lost my way. My fight may be in the dark.
but I won't break. If you feel I'm alone, know the Lord is my home. And when I pray, He strengthens me. As for these words,
And spoke these words. All right. So, all right, let's keep continuing on. All right. Next section, your connection to your father. Let's honor your relationship with your dad. It's clear how much his love and his energy meant to you, even now from the spirit realm. You said he was one of the only people who truly saw you, who made you feel loved without conditions. That's a bond that time, distance, and even death can't break. But I want you to reflect on this. What kept you from fully seeing and loving yourself, even when your dad did? His love is the mirror of how spirit sees you: beautiful, worthy, and deserving. Yet, somewhere along the way, the pain of abandonment, the self judgment, and the unspoken burdens of your past have made it hard for you to embrace that love for yourself. Now that he's in the spirit realm, his love hasn't gone anywhere. In fact, it's even closer. He's here reminding you that the love that you're seeking isn't external, it's been within you all along. His presence is here to guide you in reclaiming it. So these are his questions. How can you let his love fuel your journey to loving yourself fully? What would it mean to honor his love by choosing to see yourself as he saw you, worthy of all the love and joy that this life has to offer? The love you're seeking is within. This is where the real challenge begins. Truly believing that you are enough right here, right now. I want you to sit with this truth. You're never going to feel complete by fixing your outer world until you've healed what's inside. You've been doing shadow work, and that's no small task. You've been brave enough to look at the parts of yourself that are harder to face: the fears, the doubts, the anger, and the sadness. That's the work that will transform you inside and out. You mentioned working on your appearance and feeling like you let yourself go. Those feelings are valid. You want to show up in the world the way that you feel inside. But here's the thing: no amount of weight loss, no outfit, no change in your appearance will ever feel enough until you accept that you're already beautiful as you are. Can you see that your beauty isn't just how you look, but it's in how you love, how you feel, and how you show up for yourself and others? What would it take for you to fully believe that your worth isn't tied to what you see in the mirror? Looks do matter. We can't ignore that. But what's inside is what creates the kind of confidence and self love that radiates outward. Loving yourself means letting go of the judgment. You've been carrying so much judgment for yourself, Annabelle. That inner voice that says, "Why did I let myself get to this point?" Or, "I've let myself go." I want you to challenge that voice because it's not yours. It's the voice of pain and expectations that you've carried for too long. Every time you hear that voice, remind yourself you are more than your past. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are a reflection of God. You are a reflection of spirit, perfectly imperfect and worthy of every blessing that is meant for you. Shadow work and the inner becoming the outer. Everything you've been doing through shadow work is creating a foundation for the life you deserve. The inner work is hard, it's messy and uncomfortable, but it's the most important work you'll ever do. When you love yourself fully, unapologetically, you'll find that everything else in your life begins to align. You'll stop seeking validation from people who cannot give it to you. You'll stop questioning whether you're worthy of love, success, or happiness. You'll show up for yourself in ways you didn't even know was possible. The outer transformation will come naturally, but it starts with the decision to see yourself as whole, even if you're still growing. Annabelle, your dad loved you openly, and now it's your turn to love yourself in that same way. No conditions, no exceptions. The love that you're seeking isn't something you have to earn, it's something you already have, waiting for you to embrace it. Reading you for Phil, because that part got me. Your dad loved you openly, and now it's your turn to love yourself in that same way. No conditions, no exceptions. The love you're seeking isn't something you have to earn, it's something that you already have, waiting for you to embrace it. So ask yourself, what does it mean for me to show up for myself every day with the same love and care that I give to others? How can I honor my Father's love by choosing to love myself fully just as I am? What part of me am I ready to forgive, heal, and embrace tonight? You're already enough, Annabelle. You're already beautiful inside and out, and the more that you lean into that truth, the more balanced and fulfilled your life will become. Keep doing the work because you're transforming in the most powerful, radiant, you're transforming into the most powerful, radiant version of yourself. So, I do have some questions for you that I want you to dig deeper on. I'll read them after I do this um, section about your dad. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the music. Okay. Okay, it was a different song that was about to play. I don't know where it went. Type it in though. Okay. So the song's called I Do Love You by GQ.
How to get the most of Grammarly free. It's Kayla on behalf of Grammarly to tell you all about the.
All right. Negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, victim mentality, and entrapment. Anything else, Spirit, that you want to say about that? Things that she needs to do. Whoa, flew in my face. It's opulence, baby. Country fried catfish. Ancestor request. Is a pig's pussy pork? The answer is yes. Somebody put the root on you. Respectable relationship. Root chakra. The sweetest bananas have the ugliest skin. This card came out for you in this the reading with your dad. Courting. So, this on the bottom deck. So dad does want some catfish. So he is actually protecting you from a spiritual attack. Somebody's trying to hate on you for whatever reason, your relationship. Okay. So do you see how like when we're under spiritual attack, certain thoughts they're really not ours. Especially if you know for a fact you're not even on that wavelength. Like you've grown so much. So you got to start questioning everything when you start thinking crazy out of nowhere. Okay. Even though certain thoughts might come up, that doesn't mean that that's your belief. That's just something that comes up that you've already healed. You're working through. Okay. So you need to be mindful of that because I'm seeing all you need to do is a cleansing bath. Dad is already on it. He just wants you to focus on loving yourself. Look at this vanity. Beauty is skin deep. So you need to stop judging yourself because this is how he sees you. A diamond in the rough. So you have to dust yourself off, look in that mirror, and know. Because this is like 90s fine kind of energy, like a timeless beauty. Okay? So that's what he's saying. You're a timeless beauty. He does want you to wear more emerald green and more pink. So that is actually heart chakra energy. You hear the music? My baby, I love you so. Same card from the reading. Why don't you listen to me? You hear this? He's begging. He's literally on his knees, like trying to get you to understand. Okay, so once you overcome this, I'm saying do a spiritual bath, okay? You're gonna have to use like some root, devil shoestring, Van oil, High John the Conqueror. If you need a bath for this, I can make it for you. Actually, I already have a bath for this. I forgot. So it's the Return to Cinder bath. But I think you have the last bath you got was like a lemon. I think it was a lemon bath, which is like a great cleansing bath. So I would absolutely take that. It's like some growth I'm seeing trying to happen in your relationship, like more time to yourselves. Like I'm seeing y'all have a picnic. I'm seeing y'all do like things that y'all haven't done since y'all were younger. So you have to be very intentional with your energy during this time, okay? Because you got these blessings trying to flow in, like things that just blessings falling out the sky, like things that aren't tangible. It's things that you always wanted, that you maybe never realized you wanted or needed. But yeah, this your partner's trying to step up in like multiple ways, but I think your energy is blocking it. I won't say it's your energy, but it's like certain thoughts you got to dismiss that shit right off the bat. You cannot even think certain ways. Like it's absolutely just. I'm gonna give you a visual. Anytime you think a negative thought, just visualize yourself walking up to your inner child, slapping the hell out of her. I'm talking about a little sweet angel baby girl. Just slapping the, just backhanding the shit out of her, okay? That's how disrespectful this is. Okay? That's how that shit feel. It don't feel good. So when you're doing that to her, you're doing that to yourself. I'm talking about slapping the shit with a ring on. Okay? It came to my mind. I just had to say it. But just picture that every time. So like anything, like how did I let myself go? Oh, I look big today. Oh, I did. Like just stop with the bullshit because you don't. You don't look anything but beautiful. And you have to remember that it's not about the outside. It's really not. And when you can grasp that, I promise you, people will start to perceive you differently because you're perceiving life differently. You're decentering other people's judgments, whether it's decentering men or decentering like your own opinions and thoughts. Like how people would decenter men from their life. Like you see women doing that. It's like they start to live life more. They don't care about, oh, my hair has to be perfect. My outfit has to be perfect. My shoes have to be perfect. They're just living life. They're dressing how they want to dress. They're doing what they want to do. They're eating what they want to eat. Not saying going off the wall, but like you're not waiting on the approval from somebody else. So decenter those type of thoughts and that type of energy, okay? Because you're entrapping yourself, you're imprisoning yourself, and you're also keeping yourself in a victim mentality. Remember, you are a victim. You were a victim, but you don't want to be in a victim mentality. That's this energy here, okay? And I know that's not what you want, okay? Dad, do you have anything to say about this? Anything else? We know you want the home cooked meal. You are protecting her from somebody putting a root on her. Um, what would you like for her to do over the next 30 days? New beginnings, compassion. So you have to get back to your spiritual gifts. You do have to, so he does want you to get back to like helping others, like just being yourself, being you. It's not a matter of, oh, I have to protect my energy now. You got to protect your energy at all times. It doesn't matter what situation or whatever. You got to always protect your energy. And that's what I was talking about with the amulet. You have to always have some type of amulet on you. So you don't have to look. So you see this man putting a necklace on a woman, And also there's like a gemstone here. So this is giving me like amulet. You need to be wearing this. It's not nothing, it's not rocket science. Like I feel like you're trying to like figure out, okay, what do I like, what who do I give to? Who do I not give to? Who do I not help? Who do I not talk? That's not you. Still be you. Just put, you have to incorporate what you know. You have to incorporate the tools that you already have. So look in everything that you have. Look at your arsenal of crystals, crystal jewelry, whatever you have. Go back and look over those properties. Go back and see what crystal you need at this time. You need something for self love, new beginnings, compassion, romance. I'm getting aquamarine, and I'm also getting rose quartz. Even green aventurine is coming up. Okay. So focus on those crystals. Those are also for the heart chakra, throat chakra. Yeah. Okay. See anything else? Look, feminine energy, motherhood, nurture, the wise woman. Go get your nails done. Self love is the best love. Put yourself first. Earth element. Okay. Earth element. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Where's your emotion? Grounded, long term planning, stubborn, stable, nurturing, shelter, safety, health, down to earth, practical finances. Okay. Who's the earth sign? Because the root chakra card did come out. So was it dad or was it your husband? That's the earth sign. Because you have the earth element here sitting on the earth. Got the water element and earth element here. Hold on.
My baby, my baby. Hey, little darling, I said I love you so right now. Never, never won't let you go. No, no, no. Pretty little baby, yes, say I want you to try to understand.
All right. Let's see. All right. Well, I missed all y'all comments. Amber said, I needed this. Got it. I have all of those crystals. Husband is a Scorpio. Dad is a Cancer. So you got water sign. But this makes sense because look, compassion card. So this is a confirmation that dad does want you to still be using your gifts. It's like when you personally don't use your gifts, I personally think when you don't use your gifts, they kind of weaken over time. But I feel like when you don't use your gifts, you're not happy. You're not balanced. Look at this card. Look at this woman. Look at that line down her face. That's a light. That line is a light. Okay. This gives me light and dark. You have to be balanced. As you see, people are still coming for you, and it's like, what the fuck? So you do have to have that dark, okay? But you also are a light. You're a light worker, okay? But there's more aspects to you, so you have to be balanced. You cannot be all love and light. You cannot be all dark, okay? You have to have balance. And you also have to actively be using your gifts in order for you to be happy, in order for you to have energy, okay? Because I am seeing like, remember I said light, okay? I'm getting vitamin D. Look at this. See that sun shining? See the sun shining? So you need the vitamin D, but this is also like, think about what vitamin D is. It's like if you don't have vitamin D, you're depressed, you're changing colors, you're lighter. So this is literally what happens when you're not being you. You are a light worker. You have to use your gifts. Okay? Don't be afraid to use your gift because you had health scares. Don't be afraid because that's not why you had health scares, helping people. The problem is not cleansing yourself properly. The problem is not wearing your protective amulets, wearing your tools, using your tools. You cannot lean on your own energy. You have to call, like, even when you're doing readings, that's why I call on my positive ancestors and my spirit team. when we're doing rituals, I call on my positive ancestors and my spirit team. I'm not using my own energy. I'm calling on them because they are stronger. They have more energy. Okay? So you have to use the tools that are at your fingertips. Stop overexerting yourself because it's only making you like depressed. It's only making you less happy, less in tune with yourself. Okay? I'm seeing a lot of nature, and it's funny I said in tune because I think that's what you need to focus on. You got nature here on the lover's card, nature here, got the earth element here, and then you got the new beginnings card. So it's so crazy because when I just said in tune, it's like boom, it popped up in my head. That's your other business. So that's what you need to focus on. Because you know your other brand, monogamous mindset, that's really about relationships. In tune, what is in tune about? Is that about self, like self love? Like you have to remind me. But in tune, what does that represent to you? It has to represent something deeper. It cannot be surface level, okay? Dad is the one that's going to be helping with in tune, okay? So even if you got to go back to the drawing board and like figure out what this brand is, what it represents, like do that. But it has to be centered around your gifts. Dad, what do you want in tune to be about for her? What is in tune about? What problem is she solving for others? Happiness. Look at the butterflies. The blue butterflies always give me a father spirit present. Okay, blue butterflies. Look, passion, healing. This is what in tune is about: happiness, passion, and healing. Okay, seeing you light a green candle. You have on all white. Okay, passion is fire sign energy. So I think you have fire in your chart. Might want to check and see if you have fire in your chart. That's what I'm getting. Then you have happiness. Okay, look at the light. Look at the energy. It's on every card. Oh, that's the Reiki. See? See? Light. Reiki is light, right? You're literally healing people with your light. Ma'am, if you stop doing your gift, you're not going to be happy. It doesn't matter what way you try to swing it. And it also makes you like, I'm not saying weaker as a person, but like it kind of puts your defenses down where you're not actively practicing your gifts, practicing like your spiritual practice. Remember, this practice isn't structured like church. So we have to be on top of certain things, our cleansings, our Bible magic, our petitions, releasals, working with those moon phases, connecting with our ancestors. We have to be very, very mindful, okay? Got to get back to it, my Reiki gift. And soon. I do have fire in my chart. See? Look, it must be Leo. Look, and then you got the full moon on the bottom, empowerment. So yeah, I was just talking about the moon phases. So the next full moon, seeing you do a releasal. I'm seeing you do this releasal for these negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, victim mentality, and entrapment. You have to free yourself from yourself. Does that make sense? And I'm trying to say this in a nice way, but like I'm just gonna give it to you straight. You have to free yourself from yourself. You're getting in your own way. It's almost like I feel like the trauma is causing you to feel like you're helpless. But you got to think about what this spiritual path is about. You're feeling empowered because you're taking matters into your own hands. Obviously, God got the final say so, but there are forces that are around that are helping you achieve your goals. So you got to make sure that you're very intentional with your energy moving forward. I just felt like really confused out of nowhere. Like, so I feel like you're gonna have to just make sure you continue writing things down, like whether this is every day, every other day, You got to write it down because if not, you're going to forget it. And then if you forget it, it's not, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Okay. This has to be at the forefront of your mind. Okay. If not, you're going to forget it because it's not going to be real. Okay. So this is Dad's message because you got the lover's card reversed. So his message, let me see, go back to my question. I forgot what I asked. How to strengthen your connection with your dad's energy. Self love, disharmony, imbalance. Bruh! Did I just say this? Imbalance, misalignment of values, suffering, detachment, obedience, conflict, bad choices, indecision, fear of commitment, balance, home, and responsibility. The lover's card. So this is Gemini. So you got two different Gemini cards that came out. Both your tarot cards were Gemini. What do they say about Geminis? Like they got two sides. Like it's really no in between. Okay? It's no in between. That's just and think back to what I was saying. If it's not positive, then it's negative. If it's not negative, then it got to be positive. So even if it's in between, like 9 times out of 10, like it's negative because anything positive is going to be matter of fact. You got to be very clear about that. Okay. The way that you think, the way that you talk to yourself, it has to change. I don't know how many times or ways I can say that, but it has to change if you want to continue on your path. If not, certain spiritual attacks are going to affect you. You have to be stronger mentally than your enemies. Like your enemies, they ain't did no shadow work. They ain't did no inner healing. They don't have that strength and that connection to their ancestors. They don't even know what that means. So do you see how when you are coming through with that strong, courageous energy, you're being intentional about your gifts, you're being intentional about your healing, you're being intentional about your beliefs and your happiness, you will start to realize you're stronger than your enemies. Certain things would literally just fly off of you. People trying to send you negative energy. It's not going to work because you already know, oh, that negative thought popped up. That's definitely not mine. You're not going to sit in that thought for days and be really just going deeper and deeper with thought. Like, absolutely not. We know that's not our thought. We have to know that, especially when you're connecting with spirits. Okay. You cannot not know what's your thought versus another thought. And I'll talk to you guys about this before. Got to be very clear. This is your thought or it's somebody else's thought. And you need to know whose thought it is. And if you don't know, you have the tools. You have cards, you have pendulum, you got your mediumship abilities. You don't have to pull no cards. Intuitively try to figure out, okay, based off X, Y, and Z, this is how this spirit comes forward. So then you just figure out in that way, process of elimination, okay? Literally use your gifts to help yourself and protect yourself. That's what these gifts are for. Okay? All right. So Dad, anything else you want to say to your daughter about how she can grow closer to you? Willpower. Look at this Earth and Moon, bro. Every time this card come out, did you just have a full moon in the Earth on the card? You see, this woman is fully in control of her energy. It's like a cycle. You see that circle? It's like a cycle. It's like I don't know what he's calling it. I'm almost like hearing like cycle of life or something like that. But that's not what it is. It's not a cycle of life. It's like wheel of energy, something of energy or something like that. I don't know. I've never heard the terminology before. But it's almost like you're wielding this energy and using it like to help others, but also to help yourself. The moon is representing those secrets, that inner part of yourself that you sometimes are like bearing deep, or maybe you don't remember, or maybe you can't put your finger on what it is. but you're also helping others. That's where the earth comes in. The earth represents you using your light worker abilities to help others, but you also have to remember yourself. That is what the whole reading is about. That is what the whole message is about. You cannot stop doing your gifts because you get overwhelmed by the world. You have to, it's like the cycle. When you get overwhelmed by the world, that's when you focus on self. You have to fill your cup back up because you absolutely cannot pour from an empty cup. And you know that. So you have to like know what phases are for what, but it can't be just cold turkey. I'm not like, I can't help anybody. I can't nothing, because that is you. That is what makes you such a beautiful person. And I've always told you that. Like, you're just the type of person that you're always there for people, and that makes you a beautiful person. That makes you like, and it has nothing to do with looks, and it's nothing to do with, oh, like, you have to be a servant to others. It's not that. It's just when you think about God's love, or if you think about, Jesus and like his promises or whatever, like whatever you believe, that's what you're representing. That's who you are for so many people. So if you stop being that, if you stop being that light, then there's darkness. That's all that there is. There's darkness. There's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing to look forward to. You have to give yourself something to look forward to. You have to give yourself passion and excitement so you can keep going on your journey. Because if you stop now, you know what's left. You know. And it's not happiness. The happiness comes from you doing your gifts. Like, think about how excited you were throughout your journey as you're discovering things, as you're learning things, as you're incorporating things. Like, think about all those moments. Like, go back and look at your doc. That's why I'm happy we document everything. Go back and really reflect. Like, get out in nature. Maybe have a picnic by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Then have one with you and your husband, but do something for yourself to create a better experience, a better quality of life. Because with these cards, it says imprisonment, entrapment, self imposed restriction. Literally, nobody's telling you you can't go and do this or go and do that or record your life or document your life. Nobody's telling you that, but the negative thoughts. So, this could be your own thoughts, or this could be other people's thoughts. That's just like wanting you to not be in this energy. But if it's up to me, like, I'm not letting that happen. Because I know you're such a light to so many people, and I just know like what that would look like, not just for you but for others, the people that you already have impacted. Obviously you cannot save everybody. This was my mentality when I went into like this business. Like, it's one thing just helping others or giving people advice, but when you're really doing something like this and you're taking it serious, you start to realize you cannot let everybody get readings from you. You cannot let everybody access your gift, because some people ain't serious. You'll start to realize some people are just playing, like, whether they want you to like condone the bullshit that they do, or they want somebody to, like, co-sign with whatever they got going on. But like, you just start to realize like some people are not ready, and you cannot make people ready. Don't waste your time on people who's not mentally ready, or can actually like use the advice or use whatever like you're offering. Only help people that are ready, and you will know, because you've been there before. You know what it looks like when you started your journey and you were ready. You knew what you wasn't gonna do. You knew you wasn't about to play when it came to anything. Anything I told you to do, you did it. That says a lot. That gives me a person that wants to heal, that's ready to heal right now, today, at this very moment. So you know what that looks like. So if a person ain't ready, you just keep on going and help the people that actually are ready, because you start to realize you're not overexerting yourself, you're not stressing yourself out. Because I'm telling you now, with the way that your energy was, just kind of being overly accessible, like before you had got sick, that would be a train wreck. Like, let's say you're professionally doing Reiki or professionally doing divination for others. People are going to spot that shit a mile away, And I always tell y'all, do never be a slave to what you do. You will find yourself becoming a slave to what you're doing. You're not going to feel fulfilled. You might be doing the readings, but you might not really feel like a sense of like, dang, I'm really fulfilling my purpose. Dang, I'm really helping. Because you got to think, if you're helping people that ain't taking your advice, they're just like, oh, okay, on to the next thing. You're never going to feel like you're making a difference. And so you don't want to do something like that. You want to go into it like knowing for certain like who you are, your energy, and knowing what you will and won't tolerate. Okay? Does this make sense? Dad, any final words of encouragement that you have for her? Prissy baby, Prissy baby. Crossroads, retreat to nature. So Dad wants you to get out in nature. It's about to be cold, but he does want you to get out near the water. I'm seeing like a pond with turtles, flowers, butterflies. Look, portals opening as you raise your vibration. Ignoring the call, I hear messages from beyond this realm. Ma'am, mediumship, stop ignoring these messages. You hear that? Why don't you listen to me? Let me run that back. As soon as I was saying that, also remember like our ancestors, sometimes they come back when we're not in a good energy. So the last thing you want is, you did that releasal for your dad, you let him know like you don't judge him or blame him or anything like that. You healed, you've grown with him. What would it feel like if he was to come back and be like worried about you? Then he's not doing good anymore. You see what I'm saying? So like our energy tends to like affect so many aspects. As above, so below, as within, so without. Okay? What's happening on the earthly realm is being mirrored back in the spirit realm. Remember, mirrors, portals. So do not ignore the messages. I think that what he means by ignore is when you're not intentionally like taking that to heart. Everything that happens is meaningful and purposeful. Don't downplay anything that happens. Everything needs to be documented, okay? I feel like I just had the most loving whooping. That's exactly what it was. All right, Dad, do you have any final words of encouragement? Let me see. What is your final message for your daughter? Faith, worth, clearing, awakening. Oh, wow. Clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arise. You shift from mind to God. Such freedom. Awakening. Oh, my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. This is spot on with what Dad was saying. It's like through your own understanding. Like, says, oh my Lord, wake me from my life as a spiritual sheep. It's basically like, I don't want to be a sheep. I am leading the flock. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
time you
Like,
try to raise your
that's what I
ads
get
and
from
scale your
this.
e-commerce brand to 100K per month, you're
Let's see. Go back to the playlist. Look at this. With the what is this? This ain't a lion. This is a tiger. Um, You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Is this not spot on? You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. You see what I'm saying? You're worthy simply just because you are you. Like, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to say anything, you don't have to give anybody anything or do anything for anybody for them to love you and appreciate you. And that's something you just have to understand. Like, nobody's looking at how you look and saying, "Oh, I'm not going to give her this because she looks like this," or "Oh, I'm not going to love her because she looks like this." Like, get that out of your mind because that's a childhood trauma mindset. Okay? Like, seriously. Anytime you get to a point of where you're feeling low like this, automatically assume it's spiritual attack, okay? Because these are not your thoughts. And you really got to understand that you've done too much healing and you've done too much work on yourself for these to be your thoughts. And I'm telling you this because I worked through a lot of things with you. I know that this does not seem like your thoughts. So when you're taking your spiritual bath, just remember who you are. You could take a mirror in there with you, just really like try to focus in and remember who you are. Even if you have to do a little meditation, but just knowing, like, remembering who you are and not forgetting who you are when life hits and life circumstances happen because it's going to happen. That is literally life. But this beautiful gift that we have to use it. It's a gift for a reason. It's a gift. Like, cherish it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gets this gift. Everybody has gifts, but not everybody gets this gift. You know, you get to help yourself and help others. Okay? So, awakening, faith, worth, and clearing. I think this is the only one I didn't read. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. You need to be saying this every single day. This is like a feminine energy affirmation, okay? Because the feminine is a receiver, okay? Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I've imagined. Things are about to change in your relationship for the better, but you have to open your heart, okay? You have to open your heart to change your mind about certain things. Open your heart so you can release what is buried deep, things that have hurt you, things that are still bothering you to this day. It has to go because where you're headed, it cannot come. If you want to grow in all of these ways in your life, your spiritual journey, your business, your relationship, you have to let go of those thoughts that are no longer serving you because it's keeping you trapped and it's keeping you like really afraid to move forward, afraid for somebody to see you deeper, afraid for somebody to see like the real you. But the real you is beautiful. Like, it's a very beautiful, like, if this is your inner and this is the representation, like, baby, if these cards are the representation of your inner, like, this is great. Like, these are every card that came out. Remember what I said at the beginning? Like, all of these cards are intentional. All these cards are meaningful and purposeful. This is you. This is you. You have to be the center of your own universe. Nobody comes above you. Okay. But that doesn't mean stop being who you are. You see what I'm saying? She said, document everything. Got it. Wow, this couldn't have happened any other way. This is so spot on. I should have known that. Not my thoughts. Every single day. Oh my goodness, this was so good. This was good. And so after this reading, we have the past life reading for Annabelle and Asha. So I'm about to go ahead and get ready to close this out so we can go ahead and move on to their reading. But this was your reading, Annabelle. Thank you to the positive spirits who stepped forward. Dad, your daughter loves you so much. And your dad loves you so much, Annabelle. Dad, you may go back to the spirit realm. Goodbye. Any other positive ancestors who step forward? We may go back to the spirit realm. Goodbye. All right, you guys, if anybody's interested in my mentorship or booking a personal reading, I have my links down below in the description box, as well as if you're interested in booking or purchasing crystals, crystal jewelry, incense, spiritual baths, or any other spiritual products. I have my links down below. The life that I have, it depends on it. Ma'am. Wow. Now you want to come out, Dad? I mean, we knew you was there, but dang. I still need you. Music still screaming. This song is called Water and Air. Isn't that interesting? Open your heart. All right. And Asha, are you ready? Right. All right, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here and I'm going to start up the new stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Right. He like, wait, I still want to talk. But we will definitely be talking to him again. And it's definitely something you have to continue to do. Because I just feel like he was, and it kind of came up. It kind of came up before I think I said something. But it was kind of like, it was like, he was just like, he didn't want you to go. I think the song said something about that or something like that. But I was just like, dang, like he doesn't want her to go. That was like towards the beginning of the reading. So I feel like you need to connect deeper with him because there are certain things that you have to become aware of. Oh, this is Labradorite. I think this would be a good one for you too, Labradorite. But you have to be. Dang, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Um, oh, you have to be mindful of the fact that he's trying to connect. That's why I said ignoring the call. It's like certain spirits will show up in our life at certain moments because we need to hear certain things. It might not always be the same spirit guide. It might be a different spirit guide. When you're ready to go to another level, when you're ready to heal or go, reach like a new level within your healing journey. So if you're not being mindful of that, you're not being proactive. Like if you feel his energy, you're not pulling cards like question mark, question mark. Are you ignoring the call? Like, I need you to get the message. That's kind of what I get from him. So definitely keep that line of communication open. And yeah, we'll definitely talk about this a little bit more later. All right, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here and start up the new stream. Thank you guys for watching. This is Juju the Master Manifester, and I am out.